In the Know with AD North Commander Colonel Tom Magnus.
Hey everyone, Colonel Magnus here, and I'm at Gamberi, sitting on a little perch overlooking this huge monster A&A garrison. Really proud of all the work that the team has done to get us this far. There's still more to come, but really does look fantastic. When you see men and machinery, when you see dirt and steel and all the things that make it fun to be an engineer, this is a great day, and it certainly is a good place to be. First I got Roger Green, and Roger is the resident engineer here. Roger's from Alaska District, and a real hero. Roger, let me ask you first of all, we got a tight timeline on the second phase of these buildings that DynCorp is building for us. What's the suspense you have, and are you going to make it?
Yes, sir. Right now we're working towards a 15 December completion of the facilities. And right now, majority of them are ready for the A&A to move into and occupy. Yeah,
I saw a picture the other day with some of your guys surrounded by boxes and boxes of keys for just part of that phase 2, maybe phase 2 subparagraph 1. But it looks like so many keys, so many buildings. This really is a big project, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And to accomplish that, we have a huge office, 7 LNs. To accomplish that, and USA staff as well. But the LNs have been doing the heavy lifting on the facility inspections and assisting us to get the facilities completed and turned over.
That's great, and I know you're going to make your suspense on the 15th of December. You were showing us earlier the units that are planned for this garrison, and what the population will look like. When it's all finished, well, how many people do you think will be stationed here at the Gamberi garrison?
Well, sir, future population is projected to be anywhere from 9,000 to 12,000 based on the projects that we're aware of.
Yeah, 12,000. I mean, that's a monster base. I don't care if that's the United States or China or here in Afghanistan. That's a big base. Do you have the utilities in place that you could manage that kind of population?
Sir, we have the utilities to support right now about 8,000 to 9,000 of that. Yeah. But there will be some expansion of the power plant that will be needed, and also the well systems will need additional wells and additional storage capacity for water. But we've built Gamberi to accommodate future expansion.
Oh, that's great. You're doing great, Roger. And before I leave you, is there anybody back home you want to say hello to?
Just my family, mom and stepdad. Hello. I'll be home soon.
I'll bet your stepdaddy's probably big on Facebook, so he'll be watching this video.
Absolutely.
Thanks for all you're doing, Roger. And this is Colonel Mike Weir. Mike is the CJ Eng over at Seasticka. This is kind of your swan song, isn't it? Your replacement, Colonel John Kem, is here, and you're showing him around. What's your timeline? When are you going to be moving on to something else?
Well, Tom, I'll go out till April.
It's
another few months.
Yeah.
But what this site represents, like you're describing, is a Fort Hood. Literally that scale with a Corps headquarters. You've got a training facility, the regional military training center co-located also, and a commando battalion, as you described. Making sure they're all functional and not competing with resources is key. You mentioned that a second ago. But also the fact that you've got A&A here currently occupying parts of the build is the best part of the story, because that means they've got ownership of it already. Yeah. And they're going to be coming the further we get along in terms of finishing.
Well, and there's been a real tight timeline, as we were talking with Roger about trying to get this 201st Corps headquarters in. What's the hurry? Why should we all have this sense of urgency? Certainly you understand the calculus better than we do. We're just building, but from your end, it's a little bit different. You're trying to get guys under a roof. What's the sense of urgency that you have?
Well, when you grow the Army at the pace that we are, I mean, you've got to task organize and array the forces where they need to be. And Gamberi has clearly been identified as a location for that Corps, so much so that they're putting a temporary Corps facility up here for them to start to occupy before the permanent one is built. So that array of forces, settling them in for their training, the education, the literacy. I mean, building a military from scratch takes a dedicated location like this with all the resources that you're bringing, so it's good.
Yeah, you bet. And then This is just a small part of your portfolio as the overall program manager for all this construction. What does your whole portfolio look like, and how far percentage-wise do you think we are in completing that portfolio?
Well, we're generating the forces faster than we're building facilities. I mean, literally, over the next 3 years, we've got about $8 billion worth of construction. Over the entire program, we're only about 20% complete.
Now, is that 20% of the awards, or 20% complete with construction?
20% complete with construction.
Okay.
So the remaining 3 to 4 years, probably 5 years total with 2-year construction money, that'll finish out the current authorization. And that could, in fact, go up potentially as early as the next few months with a decision by the administration. So
yeah,
we're preparing for that as well.
Well, of course, we got to be ready to go whenever they say go. But certainly what I've heard from you and your leadership, and what I've heard from General Petraeus, and everything seems to be pointing towards 2014. We know we've got a lot of work to do to be complete, or at least have some proximity to being done, and then turn the rest over to an area office or something like that from Med to finish it out, transition to the Afghans. But I know you're doing some heavy lifting there. I appreciate all that you're doing. You should know that the Afghanistan Engineer District North in Kabul is not going to let you down, and we're here to serve you as a customer, and if there's something we can do better, I know you'll let us know. To both of you, I just want to say I'm real proud of all that you do, Roger and Mike. When you first got here, we might have had phase 1 done, and now we're finishing phase 2 and simultaneously working on a bunch of other stuff. So you've got a lot to be proud of, and I thank you for all you've done. Everyone that's watching on TV, first of all, I want to say happy holidays. I want to thank you for the prayers and the support to the team. Keep sending those care packages to your loved ones. They really do make a difference. And I thank you all that are watching for everything you do to make this mission a success. Happy holidays.